Hi, Taurus. This is Lady T with your Shadow and Magic reading for August 2022. So, before we get started, I want to say thank you for any kind of support on any platform, podcast, YouTube, TikTok. It doesn't matter to me. I do hope that this message, in any message that I give, helps the collective in any way whatsoever. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the decks I'm using, and then we'll go ahead and get into the reading. So I'm using all shadow decks with the exception of the magic, the evil eye deck, and we'll talk about that in a minute as well. So we have the Shadow Tarot, the Shadow Oracle deck, both by KJ Beck 1111. The Shadow Work Oracle deck by Total Divine, and all of these can be found on Etsy. And then you've got the Evil Eye deck, which is from the King of Aloha, which can be found on magic.com. And I saw this on Saving Grace 999's reading. I love her readings. Very cool, very real. And so I saw this and I went looking for it. It's on, again, magic.com. Let's go ahead and get started, Taurus. Let's see what's going on. We've got center energy, moon. And so, normally the moon is about, not seeing things clearly, illusions, what's hidden, that kind of thing. But the shadow aspect is anxiety, confusion, and deception. So are you deceiving yourself? Are you feeling anxious and confused right now? And really, what is that all about? What you have crowning you is strength. Now, normally strength is about standing in your power. It's about moving forward with confidence, that kind of thing. But in the shadow aspect, it's about fear, doubt, and feeling helpless. So have you given your power away is the first thing. And then where is this fear coming from? Undermining you, that we have the Five of Swords. And I want to say in the normal tarot deck, I want to say the Five of Swords is the one about there's a battle and there's like three swords on the ground, I think, and two swords. Somebody's carrying two swords, so it's sort of like winning at all costs, or could be defeated kind of thing feeling. So in the shadow aspect, holding grudges, power struggles, in picking your battles. So really, being encouraged to pick your battles right now, because you can't fight them all, not in the state that you're in right now. You are the King of Pentacles, in your what has led up to this, right? So we've normally King of Pentacles is, they've got it going on, right? They're fine abundantly, they're fine, in every aspect. They're solid, they're grounded, all that, right? Stable. Usually very, very financially abundant. They have, what they need and then some, right? But we've, in the shadow aspect, we're brooding, insecure, and materialism. So really, brooding is, very moody, um, sulking. Insecurity is feeling insecure, and then materialism is caught up in the material side of things, and very, very, focused on that, right? Then what we have for your outcome is the Lovers with the number 6 card. And normally the Lovers card is about making a choice. It's also about loving relationships and wanting the ultimate love, right, with someone else. But in this aspect, it's feeling out of sync, having issues with love, and perhaps needing to make better choices as you move forward in loving relationships, because maybe that's the area where you're struggling right now. So now we have wistful and time travel. Wistful is about thinking of happier times and wishing you were there again. You've got hot and cold, inconsistent, which to me goes along with brooding as well. So are you being inconsistent right now? As far as your behavior, are you being hot and cold? What's going on? And again, this can either be you or someone towards you, feeling overwhelmed, needing to let go, but for some reason not letting go. So the shadow work is all about dealing with your shit. It's about looking at the sides of you that have that have made you who you are, and not only walk in acceptance of that, but letting go of the things that are hurting you as you try to move forward, the things that you haven't dealt with, the things that you've pushed way down and refused to look at, kind of thing. And that could be part of the deception here as well. Letting go of, what you need to let go of. Let go of the pain, but keep the lesson. And then we have shame for something and needing forgiveness for something. Well, first of all, you got to forgive yourself. Shame is a very low vibration, and it can really, really put you in a headspace that you feel totally unworthy of the good things in your life. And none of us is that, okay? None of us is unworthy of the good things in our life. Now, we may believe we are, but until we do that shadow work and come out on the other side and really realize that we are all love, we are all from spirit, we all deserve, we all, um, are able to have what we want, until we come into that understanding for ourselves and we see ourselves worthy as enough, and not, just this dirty towel that we need to throw in the trash. I mean, seriously, we need to come, to that realization that we are worthy and we are still human, having this existence in a human body, but we are from spirit and we have spirit within us. Um, we've got a replot course, feeling lost, and that's the second card there of feeling lost, because I also get that with the out of sync also over here. Next we have, so we got shame, now we got blame, and wanting to blame everybody else and not take accountability for our side in anything. And that's really, that's really about growing up, in how we deal with things, right? Because when you've gone through your shadow work, you learn to take accountability for your side, because in a relationship, there's more than one side. And so in every relationship, when a situation goes awry, we need to look at it from the holistic standpoint of, okay, this is your side, this is my side, and then in the middle is the truth. And the truth is, yeah, by my choices, by my actions, by what I did or didn't do, or whatever, what I tolerated, or whatever the case may be, I do have some accountability, and I can't walk around blaming everybody else for the choices I made, because that brings me right back to this lovers make better choices message here. And now we have facade, trust issues. Were you wearing a mask with everybody because you didn't trust people? And that usually is about, not feeling safe when we were children. And so then we become very distrustful as we go through life. And then we have relationships that further compound that and add to that feeling. And so, again, we don't show up as our authentic selves. And we all wear masks. We all do this, because I don't think there's anybody in this world that doesn't have a shadow aspect to them. Next, we have whirlpool and cycles. So really understanding that, maybe you've done this more than once, and seeing the cycle. Again, learning the lesson, forgiving, moving forward in the right energy so that you can put yourself in alignment to receive the things that you want, the healthy things, the good things, whether you're with someone or not. This is about you. Shadow is about you. Okay. So we've got knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with darkness of other people. So this is really, when you understand yourself, you can see the darkness in others and you can understand it as well. Here we have forgiveness, self-accept what has happened, and give yourself grace to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Now you can walk around beating yourself up for it over and over again, but what is that really doing? Except holding you back. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you lost, confused, all these other things, right? It's not helping the situation. It's definitely not helping you. Okay. Resisting change. Yeah. Everybody's going through change right now. The planets are going through change. You think we're not going to go through change? I mean, really changing your perspective. Resisting change. Ask yourself, why you are now wanting to change. Look at the positive side to changes. So what is it that this change is making you feel that you are refusing to do it? Because I'm going to tell you something. If you are meant to move forward in a positive way, you will have no choice about this. You are going to have to do the work, and you're going to have to deal with your shit unless you want to carry it for the rest of your life. And then guess what? When you make that decision, you're going to get more shit because that's what you're thinking. You're attracting shit to you by what you're not dealing with. So look at things really for your highest good. Spirit wants your highest good, but if you're not willing to do the work and not deal with your shit, then spirit's like, okay, well, I'm gonna let you go ahead and deal with your shit then, and I'm gonna leave you in the shit because that's where you want to stay. But that's not what spirit wants for you. Spirit wants love. Spirit wants abundance. Spirit wants everything for you that you deserve, but you have to be in a place to receive it. You have to be in alignment with it, and that means your energy. That means the shit you got to let go of. Okay, greed. You are too attached to things in an excessive way. Nothing good comes of it. So, you are I think materialism was over there. Yeah, it is. So you're caught up in the things. The things, to have the things, to look good, please people, or please yourself, to squash down the feelings you don't want to deal with, to maybe buy things to make yourself feel better, buy things for others for them to approve, people pleasing, codependency. Those are things I'm throwing out there for you to be thinking about. Maybe you've lived a good life and you still want that good life. Well, there's nothing wrong with you wanting that good life, but the question is your intention behind that. Why are you wanting that? To make yourself feel good because you don't feel good? Those kinds of questions, right? Manipulative. Let go of wanting to exert power over someone, over a situation. Do you need to work on self-esteem? We control because we feel out of control within ourselves. So manipulation is not going to get you anywhere but negativity, because the person that you're trying to control and exert this energy on is, most likely not someone who's going to be controlled. So you're going to waste your energy and your time and inadvertently cause other problems in your life, because they're not going to stay around for that. Nobody wants to be controlled, and you can't control somebody else. That's the bottom line. The only person you can control is you. That's it. Prejudice. What if you were categorized into a group and given attributes that were false without truly knowing who you are? And that's unfair. That's unfair to be prejudiced against other people and we know nothing about them, but it happens every single day. This is what we do to each other. We put people in categories. We say they're this way or that way, and we make judgments against them, and that's not right. Bottom line. But we all do it. And I think sometimes we do it unconsciously, but we still do it. And now this is about being aware. We all need to be aware of the shit we do to each other. Self-absorbed. Seek to feel what others are feeling. Express empathy to others and overcome this. So it's not all about you. Okay? In a relationship, there's two people. In a relationship where there's five people, there's five people. So it's not all about you. It's about, harmonious relationships. It's about working together. It's about, okay, how can we work this thing that we're all going to feel, that this is working out for our highest good as a collective group, right? So if you're in a relationship, it's about the two of you. It's about what do you both need, not just what you need. That's not cool. Unless you want to be by yourself, because that's what that's going to lead to. Suspiciousness is a quality of distrust and disbelief. Give yourself reasons why you feel this. And feeling suspicious it could potentially be lack of your relationship with spirit. Distrust, disbelief, feeling like you can't trust others, that kind of thing. We all go through situations in life where we're hurt. And we could all carry that negativity forth and just keep on shitting on each other, which is what we do. Until you are aware and until you do your shadow work, and then you see how much pain it just perpetuates in life. And then you make a conscious decision not to do that. So really, I do encourage you to do the shadow work, because I think and I wish and I pray for everyone to be happy. I pray for everyone to do their shadow work and deal with their stuff so that we can get to a place where we're not hurting each other anymore, because we do it all the time. We really do hurt each other a lot. So really getting a more stronger relationship with spirit is what I'm getting with this too. Because we feel distrust and disbelief when we don't feel like we have a solid foundation. And we get a solid foundation when we have a solid foundation with spirit, whatever you believe in. And I'm not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. So I believe in spirit. I believe in an entity much larger and much more expansive and powerful than myself. And I believe that I have spirit within me. So I build that relationship to be strong between myself and spirit, because I want to be guided by spirit. I want to understand the next step. Okay. And if I need more information, I go to spirit, because that is what helps me to make it from one day to the next. Now, I pulled the magic cards for this part of the reading because one of my children had given me a book called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And what was so profound when I was looking at that, I didn't actually read the book. I went on YouTube to actually look at the information that way. Sometimes I don't want to read a book because sometimes it bothers my eyes and I get tired. So I was like, you know what? I'm not reading the book. I want to just watch it on YouTube. So I went through the entire book through YouTube, and it was great. But what really hit me, and I had heard this before, but I don't think I grasped the meaning until I heard it this way, which was, when we are going through this life, we put our thoughts and our intentions on people all the time. We put spell work on people all the time. And you don't need the candle magic. You don't need a thing to do spell work on people. You can have the thought, the intention, and just the energy of it be the magic that you're putting on somebody else. And so, of course, if you're doing magic from a low vibe state, meaning from your shadow, that can be considered black magic. So the reason why I added the magic component to this is because I wanted you to perhaps see how you could inadvertently be putting magic on people, or people putting magic on you. And so that's what this whole entire reading is. It's either you or someone else doing this to you. So let's go ahead and see what we got. So the first one we have is theft magic. Someone is out there to take something that is yours. This could be love, money, energy, or etc. So they trying to go for it. They trying to steal something from you. Somebody's putting magic on you to take something that belongs to you, or stop you from getting something that belongs to you. All in your mind. You are clear of psychic attacks and the evil eye during this time. Continue cleansing your energy. So maybe you need to do a spiritual bath, because that did not come out. But clearing your energy is really about continuing to do your shadow work, but doing a spiritual bath to get that energy off of you. And I would recommend some, some videos for meditations that clear negative energy, that kind of stuff as well, because you do have that. It's all in your mind. So are you doing this to yourself at this point is the question, and I don't know. You need to answer that for yourself. Protection. You are protected. What they have planned for you will not work. So this is about your spiritual team handling business. They're handling the theft magic. They're telling you, hey, this is all in your mind. Stop doing this to yourself. And then whatever is trying to come towards you is not going to work, because your spirit team is all over it. You've got competition magic. Someone feels the need to compete against you. That is their motivation for the things they do. So you have somebody who's trying to compete against you. And I don't know why that is, but they are. You got soul tie. You are soul tied to someone and finding it hard to release this connection. And the question is, if this connection is not for your highest good, then why are you having such a struggle with it? What is causing you to stay in this situation and not release this situation? Because if it's not for your highest good, then the question is why are you still in it? And I don't know. You got to work that out. Binding spell. Someone is using spell work to keep you from using your personal power. So again, stepping into your strength, stepping into your power, and perhaps really looking at that. Who would want to do that to you? I don't know. Targeted. Someone thinks you hurt them and are mad, out to seek revenge. So who is trying to seek revenge? And I'll guarantee you that if I'm reading these cards to you, you know who this is. I know you do. And then we've got demon magic. Someone's conjuring demons to block your blessings and bring harm your way. So this is somebody going out of their way. This is somebody who is really has an intention to hurt you in every way that they can come up with, because you got theft magic, love money energy, you got demons attacks, you got binding spells, somebody really trying to come after you. And I'm here to put that message out to you, Taurus, because it's not cool. It's not cool. And that kind of shit pisses me off. I'm not going to lie. Because we got enough to deal with in this world. We don't need people to be doing this kind of stuff. But again, you're protected. So you have to stand in your power now. This is what this is all about. Deal with your shit. Stand in your power and take your life back. And go for the things that you want to go for your highest good. Forget anybody else. So I hope that this really does help you, Taurus. And much love and light, Lady T.